Hiya Bonnie lad. Today I've got a Scots pine in 41 here. I purchased this from Doncaster Boat Sale. I think it was last year or the year before. And I've just let it grow. It's long and leggy. I'm just going to be removing what I don't want in the initial styling of the tray and add a little bit wire on just to put some basic branch placement into it. The way this tray's looking, it'll never look like a bonsai when I'm finished. It'll just look like the start of something. We've got a few choices at the top to make, but I think I'm going to make this one the leader. And we'll just give it a slight angle change. So enough talking, let's get into it and start removing what we don't want. So we have the front about here. I'm going to, this needs to go backwards so we can start to see the trunk, and I think it needs a slight angle change that way. So this is our front now movement in here. We need to get shot of what we don't want.
Motion detected.
So this is in our face. Plus, either the dog's been piddling on it or it's just dying back anywhere. We're coming up the tray, then this is in our face, so we'll take this off and all. This is in our face, plus it's too thick for the top, so we'll take that off there. And this one here. We've got branches, 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 and a back branch. Yeah, so I'll keep them both. Oh, you bugger. So I'm not going to need any of this up there. I'm going to take some bending these in because they're too long and leggy. Never mind, we'll do something. So now I'm just going to gin the Deadwood up the top here, and these little bits. I'm just going to add some gins. I'll just speed this bit up and put some music on.
The ramp, they were shocked to find a man lying there like a dog and moaning as if he was dying.
Fish's mouth. Be careful with your tools, boys. Wank, 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 wank. What I'm doing is splitting and tearing the Deadwood so it looks like it snapped naturally in the environment it's been in. That'll do. Shortened it right off. What I'm going to do now is burn it, and I'll probably just lime sulphur it later on. There's a quick look at the gins I've just made. When we get the angle on that tray, get the apex up in the middle, look alright. I need to make a decision on one of these at the top here, or both of these at the top, which I'll decide once I put the wire on. I didn't have any Disney princess plaster, so I had to make my own. I have the first two branches wired now. Just a nice little chill and wire this tray. It's long and leggy like, but we'll have to bend it in once it's done. I've cleaned out the branches. As you can see, pines always look a bit sparse when you're first styling them. So I just need to keep working up there. I thought I'd just give you a quick look what I'm doing as I'm going up wiring. Obviously you probably have an idea. I'm just like cleaning the old stubs off. And I'm coming in cleaning the branches out. I don't know if that's woolly aphid or the sap what comes out of the buds. But I've sprayed it with soap and water. So I'm just pulling the needles off till I get somewhere near the top, leaving about that much on so we can curl it up. Just being careful of the new buds we have. I'd just like to take this time to say thank you to my members. I've got 2. Get in! No, I forgot all about them, tell you the truth, until Budget Bonsai joined. I just set it up because YouTube asked us to. So I'd like to give a shout out to Mark's Japanese Garden. He's been a member for 10 months. He's a good lad, Mark. That's why I'm friends with him on Facebook. And Budget Bonsai, cheers mate, for joining yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your support. So I'll just continue cleaning it out off camera. And what we'll do is, I'll get the rest of the wire on. So all the wire's on the tray now. Look how thin it is. You can start to see something now because all the crap's out. That's where I clean the buds too. So I pull everything off the stalk just to get our wire up. And I put a little hook on the end so when we style the tray we can turn the candles up a bit. But as you can see, it's long and leggy. And at the beginning of the video I says this will never be a bonsai. It'll be the start of something, it'll not look like one. Mary, here's a shout out for you. I've got that song on again. It's a brilliant song. It's had 1 billion views. So cheers for that, Mary. Love it. I wish I could use it. It'll be copyrighted, so I dare to put it on the video. But cheers for that. So what I'm going to do now is I'll set the camera up in situ. I'm going to change the angle slightly, but I'll explain a little bit. We'll style the first part. So I'm getting a few beech trees given. Some of them's got some nice nabari on them. I've got 16 given off one of the managers on the sites. I'm seeing nothing. Who they are though. There's a few on there. So I've got 16. I'm thinking about making a forest. I've just been and getting the compost, which was all on sale. The bags of tree rose shrub was £3 a piece. And the pot and grit, that was 50p a bag. So I've got 20 of them. So in total it come to 19 quid for all the soil. Quite happy with that, another bargain. So you can see how clean the tree is now. Since we put the wire on, thinned out what we don't want. You can see some movement in this tree, but I want this apex up into the middle. And this movement's a bit low at the ground, so you really can't see it. Maybe something along the lines as that. So we've got the top up there. Now, since we lifted this up when we re-pot it, we'll see that movement better. So let's see what we can do with this long leggy piner. Look the size of that leaf. That might be coming off that. So if the wire's done its job, the correct wire on, it should hold the branches in place. I'm sure I've done a alright job to hold it there. I want to start with this one. So when I'm bending, I'm twisting. So what I'm doing is bringing it in. We don't want it all over the shop. Wake me up inside. Name your music on. Wake me up inside. I'll never be on air. Britain's Got Talent. Can he dance though? How much shit. So when I was wiring this tree, I pretty much knew where I was going to go with it and some sort of direction anyways, because you can see it better now since it's cleaned out. Still might be a shallow pipe this like, but we'll find out. Just tweak it up a little bit. It's only its first go, isn't it? Well, there's the first pad done. I'm going to come to this other side. I'm going to clear what I'm going to do at this other side. Right. This is where the crap happens. See, there's 3 coming out the same spot there, but I don't want to lose that because it's a good branch. You know. I don't think I can talk and concentrate at the same time. I'm going to be starting with this one into there. This is either going to come round into here or down into there, and this one then we'll start and create the apex. Pines always look sparser than junipers, obviously, because we're pulling all the foliage off to the end of the tips. But once it fills in, it should look okay. This. I'm coming round to the back now, just trying to sort the back out. Well, that's pretty much it for this tree for now, if I can stop playing with it. What I'm going to do is clean up the deadwood with the power tools and add some lime sulphur on. So I'll do that now, then we'll come back and say what you think. That's the end of this video for now on this Scots pine. I think it's turned out pretty well. Leave a comment if you think it's turned out okay compared to what it was. I'm not too sure about that gin. I'm just going to leave it for now. I might put a little bit sherry in there. We'll see with that later on. Just let it recover now. Here's a little spin. It's got a lot of filling out to do. As you can see with the pine, I've gone for the triangle apex, not like a rounded one, which you do on junipers. So I've tried to get a triangle one. Not a bad start from basically a piece of raw material. You think it's a shilopite? Like I say, just leave a comment. Nah, all joking aside, that's it for this video. As always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment, shout anything you want below, and I'll get back to you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-da, folks!